Pokemon Master, my name is Toby, and thank you for clicking on my video. Right, I gotta set something straight here. I relaunched the channel last week, came back with 5 new bits of content. I hope you enjoyed all of them. Please go and spread some love to some of the ones that didn't do as well. Like, for example, the video with me and my girlfriend. I thought it was really cute. We had a lot of fun making it. I want to make more videos like that in the future, so I'm going to link that down below. And seriously, I absolutely love Pokemon cards. This week, I got hold of my first ever Shining Charizard PSA, and don't worry, this isn't going to be a Pokemon card video, but I look at this, and this makes me happy. Oh, and one little tiny quick thing before I get started. On the 8th and 9th of February, I am going to be down at Manga Pop. It's a convention down in Plymouth. I did it last year. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to be there with my girlfriend, with Phoebe. We're going to be there. We're going to be selling the Evolutionary Tree poster, trading some Pokemon cards. If you're going, if you live in Plymouth or you live down south, that is the furthest south I ever end up going. Please do come along to the convention. It's a lot of fun. It's really chilled out, and we should totally trade Pokemon cards. Bring your Pokemon cards. Last week, I made a video talking about the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC that's coming out, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. I talked about how I think the stuff in this trailer, including the presence of Regis but not Regigigas, alludes to the idea that there are going to be Sinnoh remakes coming out next year, which I'm feeling pretty confident about. It's one of my Toby predictions. Which, by the way, Toby predictions so far, Pokemon Z didn't end up happening. But I also predicted back in 2015 that we would get a Kanto revisit, and the next year we got the Pokemon Yellow Virtual Console. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the predictions on this channel have been very hit and miss, so do take it with a little pinch of salt. But I gotta tell you, I got a prediction. This is called Regidark and this is called Regilight, and in the comment section you all went nuts at me. Toby, this is Regielectric, and this is Regi-Dragon. It's Regi-Dragon, or Drake, or Dragoon, or Draconis, or Wyvern. It's a dragon type Regi. Clearly, Toby, look at the dragon skull. And you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. You're wrong. You're so wrong. That bit there, that's the future gif for when it turns out that I'm wrong, that you can tweet at me to say we told you so. But for now, I'm still sure that it's Regidark and Regilight, and here's why. Okay, Regidark, Regilight, let's talk about it. Let's start with the yellow one. I think this is the most simple one, right? I think we can all agree that this is an electric type Pokemon, whether it's called Regivolt, Regizap, Regishock, whatever we want to call it. Regilight, in my case, we can agree it's an electric type Pokemon. There's no other type that would possibly even remotely fit this. And this is a DLC, not a new generation, so we're not expecting new types to appear. It's an electric type Pokemon. Okay, 100% cool, agreed. Now, does the name have to match the type? Well, let's have a look at the other Regis. For example, we've got Regirock, it's a rock type, check. Regice, that's Regice, that's an ice type, check. Registeel, it's a steel type, check. Regigigas is not a Gigas type, there is no Gigas type. But then again, Regigigas is a special, well, it's a special case. So maybe that isn't something we can use as evidence for its name not being Regielectric. Regielectric, I think Regielectric does actually sound pretty cool. But I think Regilight, more in relation to what's going on with the other one. This one here. First of all, let's look at what possible types there are here. It's not rock, it's not ice, it's not steel, it's not normal. Those have been accounted for, and let's face it, it's not electric because the other one's electric. There's 5 types gone. When we look at the other elemental types, grass, water, fire, I don't really see how it could be any of those. Fire at a push. Regifire. Yeah, Regifire, actually, that's pretty cool. But it doesn't really have those fire elements that you would expect from a fire golem. Remember, that's what these are kind of based off of. They are golems, and a fire golem you would imagine would be, well, made of fire. There's nothing really suggesting ground, fighting, flying, poison, fairy, psychic, ghost. Ghost, maybe. It's got a dead thing on it. It's got a skull. And you know, I think that's all the types other than dragon and dark. And these are both possibilities as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's look at that evidence. Why do we think it's Regi-Dragon? Why do so many people leaving this barrage of comments, it's a dragon type Regi? Well, it's a dragon skull. If you flip it on its side, you can see it's got the top of the dragon skull on one arm, and it's got the base of the dragon skull, the bottom jaw, on the other. As for the 2 little feet of this Regi, I don't know what they're supposed to be in relation to the skull, but never mind, it doesn't matter. The point is, this skull, I mean, look at it. It looks just like a Charizard. A Pokemon that notably isn't a dragon, you know, when Goomy and Applin are, but that's besides the point. Andalone Executor, and 10% Zygarde, and Perfect Zygarde. Wow, the dragons are not very draconic in these games. So, you know, it's got a dragon skull, but then what about dark type? Why did I initially think dark type? And to me, the moment I looked at this Pokemon, the first thing I saw was Yveltal. Look at them, they are the exact same color scheme. I mean, the red and the black and the way it blends together, I don't think there's any other Pokemon that is like this shade of red. And you're thinking, really, Toby, we're going off a shade of red? Well, not that alone. Again, take a closer look. Take a look at the shapes on this Regi's eyes and the shapes on the other Regi. There is an X and a Y. Pokemon X and Y. Xerneas and Yveltal. Just another hint to its relationship with Yveltal. So now we have 2 points here. A Y and a color scheme. And again, they're weak, they're loose, but are they any more loose than a dragon skull? I mean, like I say, that looks like a Charizard skull to me, or an Aerodactyl, and neither of those Pokemon are dragon type, unless you're counting Mega Charizard. Maybe you do think that bit of evidence is stronger, and that's fair enough, but then the next point of evidence I'll give you, I still got like 2 more bits of evidence for you. Number 1 is, surely the fact that it has a skull, you know, the important part isn't that it has a dragon skull, the important part is that it has a dragon skull. It's a skull. A sign of death and darkness, so maybe that would relate it more to the ghost type, but also the fact it's a dragon skull, and dragons, by the way, UK mythology here, a little bit of that, seeing as we are in Gala, a region based off of England, based off of the entire UK a little bit. Dragons in the mythology of England are never usually the good guys. I mean, you look at St. George, you look at King Arthur, dragons pretty always are a sign of evil, a bad omen, and dark is the evil type. Okay, maybe that doesn't all convince you. Well, I got 1 more thing, and I think when combined with these, dark is the clear winner. The baby Regis, Regice, Regi-Rock, and Registeel, they are all kind of named off of periods in time. The Ice Age for Regice, Registeel represents the Iron or Bronze Age, and then Regi-Rock represents the Stone Age. The Electric Age is not a thing. The Dragon Age, that's a video game, but it's not a real period of time. Now, you might say the medieval ages might, for example, be better represented by an Age of Dragons, right? Do you know what else suits medieval times? The Dark Ages. The Dark Ages. The Dark Ages, and then the Age of Enlightenment, which is a period of time in British history. It's a part of our history is the Age of Enlightenment, and this is when kind of science began to really take off. And in fact, the discovery of electricity happened during this period of time, the Age of Enlightenment. And let's be honest here, Dragon and Electric don't parallel each other at all, but Light and Dark certainly do, and we don't have a Light type in the Pokemon games, so Electric to represent that kind of works, and it works here with this Age of Enlightenment discovery of electricity thing, in contrast to the Dark Ages where they believed the dragons were real and we're slaying dragons that are evil. The dragon part of the skull isn't what's important, it's the skull part of the skull, and the dragon just sets the age that this Pokemon represents, the Dark Ages, along with, you know, Ice Age, Stone Age, Iron Age, and the Age of Enlightenment. And it's important these 2 Pokemon parallel each other, because while, yeah, there's plenty of duos out there that don't parallel each other, like Regice, Regi-Rock, Registeel, they don't particularly complement each other in any particular way, but with these 2, they absolutely must. It is necessary that they parallel each other, because when you look at what we've seen, so little of the DLC so far, and you look at how the temple to these Regis is divided in the middle so cleanly, it's clear to me that these 2 Regis are related to each other in some way. I actually wouldn't be surprised if there's another Regi that is hidden that it comes together when you combine these 2 Pokemon that will appear. But that's just my speculation. As for Regi-Dragon, I just don't think it fits. I think it has 1 bit of evidence, and I think that bit of evidence is the Dragon Skull, Charizard Skull. Charizard's not even a dragon. It's just kind of weak in general, versus a whole ton of information that to me says, yeah, that's Regidark, and then that must be Regilight paralleling it. But hey, that's just a prediction, and I can't wait to see all those GIFs saying, and I'll be seeing that all over my Twitter. Anyway, thank you for joining me with this video. Again, if you want to check out some more of what the channel has to offer, and I know maybe you're not super excited about Pokemon cards, just come to hang out with me and Phoebe. There's a whole video, us having a booster box battle. It was a lot of fun to do. She's absolutely lovely. You're going to be seeing her more on the channel, I hope. So yeah, please do check that out, link below. And if you live south of England at all, south in the English region, wow, life in the Pokemon world really blend together for me. Then please do come to Manga Pop in Plymouth. And with that being said, so hi Pokemon. Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master.
And a particular Pokemon Master thank you to all of my big patrons this month, including the Nerd Therapist. Thank you.